dear viewers at home, you are welcome to another episode of ABKZ Tutorial Hour. We want to look at prime factors. Prime factors. Let's look at the meaning of prime numbers first. Prime numbers, they are numbers that are only divisible by 1 and itself. Prime numbers, they are numbers that are only divisible by 1 and itself. Now, when we talk about factors, factors of a number refers to the other number that divides it without leaving any remainder. Let's take for instance, let's consider 8 as a number. 1 is a factor of all number because it can divide every number without leaving any remainder. 2 will divide this 8 without leaving any remainder. 4 will divide 8 without leaving any remainder. 8 will equally divide itself without leaving any remainder. Henceforth, all these numbers 1, 2, 4 and 8, they are all factors of 8 because they divide 8 without leaving any remainder. When we now talk about prime factors, it means we are referring to those numbers that are now prime out of these factors. Henceforth, prime factors of 8 is 2 because 2 is the only prime number that I have here. Just like I said earlier on, that prime numbers, they are numbers that have only 2 factors of 1 and itself. Now, when we are to find prime factors of numbers, for instance, find the prime factors of 36. What you are expected to do here is that you continue to divide 36 with the prime numbers that can divide it without leaving any remainder. 36. 2 is a prime number. I will divide with 2. You ensure you continue your division with prime number. That is why we call it prime factors. 2 in 3 here, you have 1. There is remaining 1 here. Put down remaining 1 here, it turns this to 16. Then 2 in 16, you have 8. 2 in 18, that gives 9. When you now look at this, 2 can no longer divide 9 because there will be remainder. So the next prime number that divides 9 without leaving remainder is 3. Now, the next number to do is 3. 3 divided by 9 gives 3. 3 can equally go again. 3 in 3, 1. When you now discover that the line here has turned to 1, you have 36, 18, 9, 3, 1. You now stop your division. Henceforth, the prime factor of 36 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. If you are to leave this answer in index form, index means power form. 2 raised to power of 2 multiplied by 3 raised to power of 2. Let's consider the second example. We have 16. I want to look for the prime factor of 16. So starting with 2, 2 in 16, that is 8. 2 as a prime number can still divide 8, and that gives 4. 2 can still divide 4, that gives 2. Then 2 dividing 2, that gives 1. Henceforth, 16 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So leaving this in index form, this is equivalent to 2 raised to power of 4. The same thing applies to 24. You have to find the prime factors. So just like I've said earlier on, you continue your division using the prime number that goes without leaving a remainder. Starting with 2 here as well. 2 divided by 2 gives 1. 2 divided by 4 gives 2. 2 can still divide 12, and that gives what? 6. 2 can still divide 6, and that is equals to 3. Now 2 can no longer divide 3 because it will leave remainder. So henceforth, the next prime number that is applicable here is 3. 3 divided by 3 gives 1. Now that this number has now turned to 1, you can now conclude that the prime factors of 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So leaving this in index form, you have 2 raised to power of 3 multiplied by 3 as the final answer. So this is how you can solve for the prime factors of any given number. Thank you.